We have Rex joining in here, the man behind the St. Louis Chess Club. Rex, thank you so much. This is my first time in St. Louis.
Oh my goodness, welcome.
Yes. And I can't tell you how impressed I have been the last 2 days. I'm staying at the chess house here.
Oh, good.
And just everything, right from every single detail that I'm seeing here, from the chess boards, the chairs, the sort of the wall backdrops, everything is done so well. And I really wanted to speak to you as to how did you sort of build this up. Like, it's taken quite some time to reach here. Can you tell us a bit about like the thing, because people back home in India are also so amazed by what has been created here?
Well, the secret is we have a tremendous staff. So you can tell all the people in India, all of you've got to be great. Then you have a great chess club. And don't give credit to the guy who starts it, because he doesn't do it. It's everybody else that did it, the team. And they are marvelous. You've talked to a lot of them.
Yes.
You've seen them. They are marvelous. They're skilled beyond belief. And we are so delighted to have you here. To think you came all the way from India. And now I think of the times I was in India. But,
Have you been there in
I
India?
have been there. I've loved it. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where did you visit?
I visit your financial capital. It's changed names. What is it now?
It's Mumbai? Were you-
Mumbai.
Oh,
Mumbai.
wow.
Yeah.
I actually live in Mumbai.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm from Mumbai, and you did mention about the staff, and this was one thing that we were discussing yesterday, that every single person we speak to here is so respectful, looks so happy,
Yeah.
joyous, and I think that's kind of the vibe that is set here.
I think that's right. They're very enthused about what they do. They know they're part of something very big, not just in the United States, but throughout the world. And they know what they've created here. And this is a great gift to all of chess and the entire world. And they've done it. They should be very proud of it.
Yeah. And also this new reconstruction of
Yeah,
the
it's
chess club,
Gone very well. Yeah.
it's looking incredible.
I know. It is. Thank you very much. We have great contractors too. Everybody, all of our staff, the people we contract with. I got to tell you, it's just, I think St. Louis is loaded with an excess of talent. Because everything here happens so well. If you look around, the architecture, everything in all of St. Louis is just stunningly beautiful. And this has been going on for, 250 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
Pretty short compared to your country, but
Well, I think I was told by someone that this structure itself is more than 100 years old.
It probably is. The house I live in about 2 blocks away is 125 years old. But so many of the houses around here were built around 1900, right before the St. Louis World's Fair, and in preparation for that.
Right, right. And so it's kind of historic. One more thing that we see is the World Chess Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That's right there.
Yeah.
Also a beautiful museum inside.
Yeah, thank you.
What was the idea behind making that over there, like the World Chess Hall of Fame?
I would love to tell you that it was a brilliant idea I came up with, but the truth was, I got a call from the U.S. Chess Trust, who's in charge of the World Chess Hall of Fame. They have the authority to put it wherever they want it. And they said, the people who are taking care of it in Florida are no longer able to do that. Would you like to have it in St. Louis? And I said, in a heartbeat. And so we sent people down, we looked at it, we moved everything here. We've made it 5 times or 10 times what it was originally. We've added a lot of space, a lot of exhibits, and we've added a lot to the permanent collection as well. And it's been, again, the staff did all this. They kept up with these incredible ideas.
Yeah.
These exhibits we have, like recently we had one on T.S. Eliot, who's probably is the most famous English poet other than William Shakespeare.
Right.
And I'm happy to tell you that T.S. Eliot was born and raised 2 blocks from right here.
Wow.
Right here. And I've always wanted to do that exhibit because of his connection to St. Louis. In fact, he said in the exhibit, he has a page there on the wall, and he said, it should be plain to the casual observer that the single most important influence in my life was living in St. Louis near the 2 big rivers.
wow.
I think that's a remarkable statement for a guy to make, given that he spent most of his life in London.
Right. That's so nice. And I think in general, you kind of look at talent and you are able to sort of identify it. Like you spoke about T.S. Eliot, of course,
Yeah.
he's a great person. But I also saw in one of the halls up there pictures by Harry Benson.
Oh yeah.
And he's this legendary photographer who has shot the Beatles.
Oh,
Then Bobby Fischer has done incredible work. And now there are such nice pictures in one of those halls up there.
Harry Benson is truly remarkable, an amazing photographer for decades now. And he has photographed at great length every president since Eisenhower.
Oh.
And I asked him, I said, who was the most fun to be with? You're with them for 2 or 3 days. Who'd you enjoy being with? And he shocked me. He said, you're not going to believe it, but it was Richard Nixon. He said, Richard Nixon was a barrel of laughs. He was just so much fun. I said, well, who was next best? He goes, Reagan. I said, who was the worst? He goes, Jimmy Carter. So, you know.
Wow.
But he's remarkable too, and thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah, and also his pictures of Garry, Fisher are
they're
so beautiful.
remarkable.
And then there's this
And
pictures
so
of
many of them.
yeah, and he also went to this Magnus versus Fabi
Yeah.
match
Yeah,
in
he did.
2018.
He was there in London. And Benson was the one. He went to see Boris Spassky the morning after their last game, see him in the morning, and Boris told him, he said, I'm going to resign this position. You can tell Bobby he's the new champ. And so Harry went to Bobby's room and said, congratulations, you are the world champion.
Wow.
That's how it happened.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And tell us a bit about Garry and how he's contributed to the chess club and the overall growth of chess here, because I see that Garry has been an integral part of this development. Also, right now, this amazing matchup that we
Yes.
have here. So what has been Garry's role?
Gary has been a very important advisor to us all along the way. He came up with the idea for the Grand Chess Tour, which covers the entire world. We go around, we have these series of matches every year. It just finished in
10 years now.
Yeah, it just finished down in Sao Paulo where Fabiano Caruana won the Grand Chess Tour this year. But it's a real long haul for any player. But that was Gary's idea. He's come up with so many good ideas. His presence here is so important. He's been available to the fans. He's signed tons of autographs. So it's impossible to measure the contributions that he has made. And having Vishy here again is such a wonderful thing. Years ago, we'd have tournaments and Vishy would show up. And there was a period of time where I had breakfast with Vishy like 10 days in a row.
Wow.
I'd show up at the restaurant and there he was, and we'd get together and we'd start talking politics,
So cool.
And Vishy is just a remarkable guy, remarkable. Indians say they got one of the greatest heroes ever in Vishy Anand.
Yeah, I think he is the single biggest reason why Indian chess has reached where it is right now.
I think so, but you got some good young
Yes.
champions coming along, so there won't be a shortage of them. You don't have to worry about that.
Absolutely. And this matchup, which has been put together,
Oh, yeah.
everyone's like, it's been 3 decades
Yes.
since they played their world championship match,
Right. Mhm.
and now they are playing against each other. What are you feeling about it? I mean, I had goosebumps when I saw both of them sitting opposite each other there.
Well, I was surprised. This last game is a shocker, of course. There's no words to use to describe
people were
what happened
shocked.
to Vishy.
Yeah.
I think Vishy was shocked. It was like he zoned out, didn't know where he was or what he was, and boom, the clock drops. That's hard to explain. I hope they don't ask him about it because he's not going to have a good explanation for it.
I agree.
Yeah,
And that gives Garry 3-point lead now.
that's right. Yeah,
And this clutch chess
I know.
is a very interesting
It's
format.
Yeah. And Maurice Ashley, one of our commentators, he came up with that idea. And we just have people always coming up with great ideas and innovations. And Gary's done it, Maurice has done it, Yasser Sirawan has done it, all of our players, our staff, Courtney, our press angel here, has come up with wonderful things. It's just a remarkable experience. And I think all the Indians have to do is say, we can do this, and they can do it. India could do anything, I'm sure.
No, it's
You built the Taj Mahal, for God's sake. You know?
Yeah, I have this one question to you. Like, for example, you said that the people here who are working have done an incredible job to build the chess club. I see that everyone who's here has been associated with it for years. Let's say
Yeah.
Sairavan has been commentating for
Right.
years. There is Maurice here. When we came here, Bobby gave us a tour and we asked her. She was like, "I'm here from 7 years." And
Yeah.
so, what's the secret here, according to you, that everyone's here and everyone's loving it? It's like you have the same people.
I think really it's something about St. Louis that makes people get infectious about what they're doing and they get enthused. And the people that are here are really more than happy to be here. They really throw themselves into it with their energy and their ideas, and it just keeps spreading. It's just a remarkable thing. I'd love to take credit for all of it. Frankly, I had almost nothing to do with it.
And that's also, I think, one of the reasons why this has reached where it is. You are so modest, so
I've
humble.
got a lot to be modest about.
But where do you see this heading? Like, you have Fabiano here, you have Levon here. It's beautiful.
We've
You
got
walk
almost
around.
all of them here.
Yeah.
Yeah, today's St. Louis, tomorrow the world. Uh, you know, um, I'd love to answer your question and tell you where it's headed, but the truth is, I have no idea. What people come up with here, that's how things take shape. We hear great ideas, we implement them.
So you don't have like this plan, and you're
No,
not
I
like
don't.
going after it and stuff, like nothing
No.
like that.
No, I'd love to tell you that, yeah, I conceived of all of this. I didn't conceive of any of it. It was the staff who did the whole thing. And Joy Bray, the leader of the club and of the Hall of Fame, she is just remarkable beyond belief. And she's a nice person too, on top of that. Really gets you, when you find somebody real and talented and they're very nice. That's very annoying because you don't get many people like that.
Brilliant. Well, Rex, it's been an
Thank
absolute
you so
pleasure
much.
talking to you to understand how things build up. I myself am like an entrepreneur in India.
Yeah,
I'm
good.
learning, and with this conversation, I myself learned a lot. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for your
Thank you
time.
so much. And while you're here, go see the arch. It's one of the greatest, maybe the greatest monument in the world. And I got to watch it being built as it came together in 1965. Watched it from 3 miles away at St. Louis University. And there were cartoons in newspapers all over the world showing that when the arch came together, they missed. Of course, they didn't miss. They were within 1/8 of an inch of being correct. And they got it. And then we have just 2 blocks down the street is probably is one of the most magnificent cathedral basilicas in the world, the St. Louis Basilica. I would say you've got what is obviously greater. I'd have to give some concessions to St. Peter's in Rome. And after that, it's pretty tough to come up with a clear number two, because certainly St. Louis would be in that ranking. And then the architecture in the city is incredible. Throughout the entire city, you see these beautiful red brick buildings, and it's sort of an accident. We had a big fire here in St. Louis in 1849, and the city fathers declared, all right, no more buildings made of wood. Everything must be brick and stone.
Wow.
And that's why if you drive anywhere throughout the city of St. Louis, you will find no wooden houses. It's all brick and stone, and it has an immense beauty that it carries with it. And there's so many wonderful things about this place.
Yeah, someone told me that it has the biggest park in USA.
Yeah, we do. Forest Park.
I mean,
It's right over
inside
here.
a city.
Yeah, it's huge. 2 miles by 4 miles or something like that. It's
Yeah.
big. And
So a lot to see, and a lot of
tremendous amount
chess.
to see,
So
yeah.
I think I'll try to balance both of that.
It's like India. There's a lot to see in India, a lot of
Yes.
places to go. So much is true. So much of that is happening here in St. Louis. It's a wonderful place. I'm happy to be here. Finally back home after years away. But thank you so much for
Thank you,
allowing me
Rex.
this time. Thank you.
Yeah, very kind
you.
of you, and thank you, Rex, for your time.
Thank you.
Guys, Rex Sinquefield, the man behind the St. Louis Chess Club, joining us here. Such a wonderful conversation we had here.